What is up, guys? Welcome back to your favorite show. This is the GameChangerZ Network. I am Fabrice Fuanji. This is
Daniel
Montoya, and we are the Game Changers, and you too can become a Game Changers. Welcome back, baby. How you doing, my dog?
What's up?
We do.
I'm telling you, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
no
I'm
more.
sorry, bro.
I'm not doing that.
T-Rex
no more.
arms.
I'm not doing that no more.
What's good, baby?
What's good? Everything's good on my end.
Live and blessed, bro. Can't complain. Same here. Same here. First off, Lakers are out.
I almost
bro.
died, bro.
Damn, you
I
don't know how.
almost choked on some water. For real, that almost killed me, bro. Woo! Here we go.
You don't know how to gargle.
No
Got
how.
the-
No how to gargle.
Oh man! First and foremost, Lakers lost, swept. We talked about that. That happened what, Tuesday?
Bro, we already talked about this.
I know, still depressing.
I don't want to talk about basketball anymore. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done with basketball.
But we do gotta talk about the Heat because
They lost last night.
They choking right now. They about to be the reverse
They
sweep.
about to make some history
The wrong one.
the wrong way.
That's crazy. But what
All
do
they
you?
got to do is win a game.
But you know how hard that is for them right now because the
Yeah.
Celtics are balling. Jason Tatum's actually being clutch.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, we want to talk about.
Weed them out, bro.
We want to talk
Weed them
about.
out. So, Memorial Day is coming up Monday.
Memorial.
That's why I got my USA shorts on. Let me see. That's why I got my red, white, and blue on today.
Nice.
So, happy Memorial Day. If we don't have we're probably not going to have a show on Memorial Day. So, happy Memorial Day to all those out there. Yeah, but I just, with Memorial Day coming up, some things, I wanted to kind of get deep in today's episode and kind of
Okay.
talk about some life.
Okay.
We've been kind of BSing, just wanted to kind of get in some deep stuff and start talking about that. Over the past couple of weeks, I've had a couple of people, pass away. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
To
Same
a couple
here.
of my friends, Shiloh Pena and Manny Ibarra.
Mm-hmm.
Young souls, man. Young souls. 30 Shiloh was 36, 37.
Yeah.
Manny was in his 20s. Or were right about to be 30, probably like late 20s. And it's just goes to show you how short life can be, you know, or just knowing that tomorrow's never guaranteed. We're never guaranteed our next breath. We're never guaranteed the next day. So
I agree with you on that too, man. I want to give a shout out to Melin Pantoja. That whole story going on, man. Her brother's, I know him for 8 years. I went to high school with him and I went to tech with him. So her story is crazy, but
that's the one in Midland?
Yeah, that's the one in Midland.
That's sad.
That's
Tragic,
sad,
man.
Long live her, and I haven't spoken to her brother since we graduated from tech, but stay strong, brother.
Yeah.
Stay strong.
So with that being said, I mean, that just, put me in a different perspective on what we do on a day-to-day basis.
For sure.
And priorities is the word that I wanted to kind of get out today, like priorities.
Okay.
So I've always been, when we talk on the show, it's about like entrepreneurship and getting your you time and doing this and that. But how much time do we really give to our family? Like
That's a good
to the
point.
ones that we really truly love, like our wife, our kids, our parents, our grandparents. Like how much time do we really give to them outside? Like, because we talk about me time, but what about the we time? The we time
Right.
that you spend with the people that you love the most. And it really hit me. I spend maybe once a week with my mom,
Okay.
on a weekend, on a Saturday or Sunday. I rarely see my nephews or nieces, like rarely. And if I see them, it's for 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it kind of put it in perspective. And then like my kids, I see my kids every day, but spending like quality time with my kids where I'm actually one-on-one with my kids, maybe 45 minutes a day.
Crazy.
Right. So it really put things into perspective. Like, what am I doing with my life right now?
Got you.
And this happened about, when was this? A week, 2 weeks ago?
When you had the realization?
Yes.
Okay.
With the funeral, with that. And I was at the, is it called the obituary at the church?
I think so.
Or the funeral service, whatever it's called. We're at the church and his sister or his aunt was speaking and, it hit me like a
Truck.
And I'm like, I was there by myself. My wife was at the house with the kids because she didn't want the kids to be crazy at the funeral. And, it hit me hard.
Sobering.
Man, I went home. I didn't work for the rest of the day and hung out with the kids, my wife, that whole day.
I hear you.
Yeah. So, with that being said, do you have something, like, do you feel like you're giving your family?
So I
That
get your question.
Yeah.
So I love that you're bringing that up, and I actually love hearing that question from you at your age, because I'm like pretty much damn near a decade younger than you. No. Here's why though. So my situation is a little bit crazy. So I'm an entrepreneur. I dedicate pretty much, I'd say 24/7 or 23/7 of my time to myself. Really, whether it's me time, personal time, growth time, business time, whatever. And on top of that, every single one of my family members is the exact same way.
Yeah.
Like the exact same way. And that's why I tell you all the time, we only meet every like blue moon. So last time we met recently. We were all in the house recently last week.
Yeah.
Okay, all 5 of us. The last time that happened was Christmas.
Dang.
And New Year's. It wasn't even New Year's. I wasn't there in New Year's. Yeah, I wasn't there in New Year's.
Yeah.
So, and then before that, it was probably like summertime.
Yeah.
So we meet like 3 times a year, and it's wild. However, like we know what's up.
Yeah.
We don't gotta announce that. We know what's up.
That's so. Let me stop you there, because I get where you're saying. I get where you're coming from. So whenever I was sitting in that funeral home, right, I was thinking to myself, like, what if I went to sleep tonight and not wake up tomorrow?
Yeah.
What do you think, like, my family would have wanted more from me, right? Same thing, like, with my stepdad Charles. That day, I was like, we're not my mom and my dad. So I'm like, and my stepdad is super old. He's like in his 80s.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what if this man like just passes away? Like, what if I could have spent like had one more conversation with this man?
Right. Right.
Shook his hand, had a conversation, just gave him a hug, whatever.
Yeah.
Just one more time, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, it put me in perspective. Like, I need to see these people at least, once to twice a week.
I get you.
You know what I mean?
I love it. So I see what your point is.
Or even a phone call.
Yeah.
Maybe not even seeing them in person, but just like a phone call. Like, hey, what's up? How's everything going? Good. All right. Just want to tell you, love you. Bye.
Yeah, but you see, like, I was the catalyst for that in my family. Saying I love you and stuff. That was me. I started that. You were there. You were the one who
inspired that. Trip to Dallas, Texas.
Yeah. That was crazy.
What's his name? Who did we go see that mentorship? Tony? Was it Tony?
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins.
Tony
Yeah.
Robbins.
We want to see.
Great guy, by the way.
Yeah.
So, like, if I was to pass today,
Mm-hmm.
I already spoke with every single one of my family members. So it wouldn't even be what I should have done before I pass. It'd be more of, I guess, what I would have wanted from them.
Yeah.
What I would have wanted from myself to do more, I guess, before I pass. But, like, for example, like telling my dad how I really feel, or like, telling my brothers like where I want his dreams to be,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So I don't know, but I do feel like if I was to pass, of course, certainly would be devastated, but they know like how I felt about them, and I'd be content in heaven watching them, like,
So, but have you had those conversations with them yet?
Yeah.
About like how you truly feel and how they made you feel and all that. Like, you've had those tough conversations.
Yeah, me and my brother, like, we had an altercation this past weekend. It was heated. Like, some words were exchanged, but it had to happen because it was, for me, it was a whole bunch of boiled up emotions from years and years of actions, or lack of.
Yeah.
But then my dad knows everything else. My mom knows everything else. My sister knows everything else. So
That's good.
So actually, everything that you're talking about actually stems from me outside of my direct family members. Not my immediate family members, but my like correlate. So cousins, aunts, uncles. I have so many.
Right.
So many. And I'm so influential to the whole family tree that I'm like, what should I say to these people? Like, I feel like I should be more involved. Like, for example, my aunt that's in Australia, or New Zealand, my aunt that's in New Zealand, my bunch of aunts in Cameroon still, my bunch of aunts in France. Like, I feel like I should be more involved and more vocal with them. That's probably what I want to do.
Yeah.
My cousins, I got like at least 20 of them. Like speaking to them, making sure they're good. But it's also not my place. But it'd be nice if it was my place. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and you can be the pioneer for that. That's the beauty of it.
And I probably will be.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it is like we have. There's a lot of things that are out of our control, right?
For sure.
There's so many things out of our control, and the one thing that we can control is our actions
For sure.
and our behavior. Right?
I agree.
So like for my family, it's one of those things where like there's so many things going on like within everyone's family, right? Not just mine. Everyone's family is messed up. Everyone has mess ups in their family. We all have that one uncle, right?
Yeah.
Everyone always says it. You always have that one uncle.
That one uncle.
But
It's him, huh?
one uncle. But seriously, like everyone has something like that in their families, and for me, like there was and is still so much secrecy within my family alone that it's like why keep secrets, and it turns into turmoil, and it turns into like people not talking to people. For instance, like I have an aunt I haven't talked to in 12 years.
Right. That's wild.
12 years,
That's
man.
wild.
I don't know if she knows that I have 4 kids, because 12 years ago I was a puppy. Like I was 18 or, I was young. So like, I don't know if she knows I have 4 kids. I don't know if she's ever knows about my wife. I don't know if she's known my career change. Then she's my aunt, you know, she's my auntie.
Right.
And I mean, I know her kids, but I don't know if she knows mine. So, and that has to stem through like secrecy within the family and stuff that happened within the family and stuff like that. So for me, I'm like, with mine, I'm an like open book. There's not gonna be any secrets with my kids, me and my wife.
But what if she don't want to be helped though, yo?
Who's that?
Yeah. What if some people you want to help people, some people don't want the help.
Well, I'm not
They don't
saying
want to reach out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I'm not saying that she needs help or doesn't need help. That's not what I'm saying. But it's like I feel, and I was a kid at that point in time. I'm an adult now. I'm a grown man with my own children. So like things are different in my head than what they were when I was 18 or 16 or whatever that was. However old I was. Back then, it was just like, oh, they got in a fight. My mom got in a fight with my aunt, or they got in a fight with the family. She quit talking to us. Usually stuff like that in family.
Yeah, but that got nothing to do with you.
Right.
Yeah.
But usually stuff like that happens, goes and comes, like, and then you're over it 2 months later, whatever. Yeah. But this, I'm talking 12 years later.
Bro, that's a whole decade.
And it's still not talking to somebody. So, whatever that secret is, which I still don't know about to this day, I have no idea. I mean, I kind of have an idea, but not really the full extent of the situation. But it's like that, something like that could easily be talked about and not taken away from the entire family. So like with me, and like I'm not trying to save her, I'm not trying to do any of that stuff, but to reach out and just be like, hey, I see you. That's all. That's a text message. Hey, Daniel, I see you. You're doing great.
That means everything sometimes.
Just know that I'm watching.
That means everything sometimes.
That's it.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good point. I don't have any family. I do. As a matter of fact, there's a whole side of the family on my grandfather's first wife's side. I have no clue about.
Right.
I know one person. I know there's another branch. Right. So I'm like, I don't even know if I should reach out, but I don't even know where to reach out. Right. And of course, families got issues, brothers, sisters, whatever. But I don't bring that along with me. Like all of my aunts I know, I'm aware of. All of my aunties I know, I'm aware of. Matter of fact, some of my mom's like sisters and aunts that she came up with, my mom would tell me specifically, hey, don't mess with her. Do not talk to her. Like that's how she would be. Yeah. And there's reasons why. Like most of them are like, I guess I'll tell you, one of my aunties from back in the day like saw me. She's like, oh, I see you on Facebook and stuff. You do well. I need money. I'm like,
oh yeah.
No. So you get those family members. Yeah. You want to help them, but what was it Steve Harvey said? The best you can do for homeless people is not be one of them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And as harsh as it sounds, it's true. So I get you. In 12 years is tough, and I don't know how you do that. One thing I always praise you about is being very honest. That also comes from your frat boy days. I get it.
Frat boy days.
Yeah, frat boy days. I get it.
You don't got to be honest being a frat boy.
You.
No, you do.
You don't have to, but with the bros, you have to.
I guess.
You kind of have to. If not, they find out, you done for
Yeah,
it.
I guess.
And so one thing I praise you for is being very, very honest at whatever cost that is. But life is so ironic, and honestly, sometimes isn't the best answer. However, it's the most reasonable answer, and so I go with it all the time. Now, I wasn't always honest.
Yeah,
and because I'm honest now, I have to also be honest with myself and realize it's not in my best interest to help this person.
Yeah.
So
no, I agree.
Harsh truth.
But for me, the reason I'm bringing that whole thing up and secrecy and all that stuff is just to let everybody know, like, secrets will get you pretty much to nothing. Like, secrets are what I would call evil. You know, you would say, like, if me and you have a secret and we're keeping a secret, right? Or the not so good secret, we're keeping a secret. Secret's always the truth will always be found.
Yeah. And the secret will only creates a separation.
Division yes.
between,
So with all that being said, like, secrecy in my family is not, I don't allow that. And I'm not going to be, my kids ask me a question, I'm going to do my best to answer that question, honestly and reasonably. Yeah. And my kids, my oldest one's 6, he's about to be 7. Damn. So he already starting to ask questions. For instance, my brother, he just got out of the feds, the prison, the bureau, and my sister, they were out drinking at my mom's house. My kids were over there. My oldest kid and my middle kid, they were over there, having fun. They're with grandma, whatever. They start drinking, and he's like, when they drink, they cuss a lot, and we don't allow cussing at the house. So he comes home and he's like, Damien, 6 years old, man. He comes home and he's cussing like a sailor in the backyard.
What are you saying?
Huh?
That's funny as hell. What are you saying?
I'm just saying, he's just cussing like a sailor in the
he
backyard.
was cussing at me yesterday on the phone.
Yeah.
Bob, bro, yo, listen, I'll be your Damien's uncle. But damn, why you cussing at me for?
Right.
He was on the phone like, I for beat your ass. I'm like, damn.
He did not say all that.
He said something like that.
He said he'll beat you up. But anyway.
He said something like that.
So he comes home and he cussed, and I got on his butt. He was like, well, my Theo is uncle. My Theo's cussing. My Theo's cussing. How come I can't cuss?
That's a good question.
Right.
It's a great question.
And I said, well, your Theo and your Thea have their own lives, and they live their own lives. And I said, while you're under my roof, you ain't cussing. That's it.
That's the rule.
Period. Stopped it right there. Dominance. Done. You ain't cussing in my household. Right? And the other thing, too, like, they were getting drunk.
What'd he say? What'd he say after that?
Who was that? Damien?
Yeah.
He always says yes, sir. He's a very respectable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's good with me. Jonah is
Jonah's the one that
we're working, Jonah.
Wait till Luca starts asking questions. He's already is.
Yeah, he already is.
How old is Luca?
2.
He's asking.
That
his
man
son
can speak.
Luca is like a grown man. That's a grown child. That's a grown 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Boy, I walked in and he looked at me and looked. I was like, "You 35."
Yeah. We call him the man baby or the man child.
The man child.
But anyway, so he asked me why they were all out there. They're having fun, doing whatever. They're drinking, they're cussing, they're having, they're basically just chilling out there, drinking, partying, having a little good time. And it's not. I mean, it was 4 or 5 people, right?
Yep.
And he got drunk and he's acting a fool, right? So Damien, when he comes home, he starts asking these questions, and I'm like, Damien, where are you getting all this from? Like, he was cussing, he was acting out, he's being wild. He started trying to go with my brother, he got some slang in him, so he's like talking slang in. I'm like, son, like, you only was at grandma's for a night.
That's all he needed.
Right? So he comes in and he's asking questions why my brother's living with her and not with his girlfriend, and like, these are tough questions to answer a 6-year-old kid. And basically, my brother's got his own life. He's living his own life, and that's just, it is what it is.
Fair.
Right?
Fair.
And he doesn't, Damien doesn't know what jail is. He doesn't know what
He has no idea.
getting drunk or getting high or doing any of that stuff is. So like right now, I'm not keeping a secret from him. I'm kind of being honest with him. Like he's drinking. He likes to drink. When your Theo drinks, stay inside.
Stay inside. He's sipping.
Yeah, he's sipping. Go inside with grandma. Chill and watch some movies.
All right.
When they out there, if you're out there when they're drinking, go inside. Right. That's it. That's it.
I'm so glad you're saying all this because I'm a very straightforward man. In French, I have this translation. I always say it comes after a sentence. It's like, if my son does this, it's up to you. But moi, je gifle. Translates to me, I slap. So that's literally what it is. Because I was raised that way. Pain is the best teacher in the world.
Pain.
Oh yeah. Physical first, and then when you grow up, emotional pain.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So
don't say sweet. That is not sweet.
No, I got a question for you because you don't have kids yet. So
no.
I'm going to tell you. So it's so different in how you and your wife, whenever you get there, how you want to discipline your kids. I was raised up getting spanked.
For sure.
Right? My wife was not. She was raised up in grounding and going in the corners and timeouts, right?
Oh, hell no.
That's how she was raised, and she's pretty great, right? And then I was raised this way, and I was kind of not so great. But I got whooped, right? So, like, whenever they started acting up, we tried both. We tried timeouts, and we tried spanking. And we had to, she wanted me to go to parenting classes to make sure that I wasn't beating the kids to death, which I do not beat the kids to death.
Nah.
So they say if you spank, it's a firm hit on the bottom, and if you can feel a little bit of pain on your hand, they feel what you feel in your hand. So they say that's the best way is to know that you're not beating the crap out of your kids.
Y'all got feedback responses?
Right, feedback responses.
Heck nah.
That's what it says,
Bro,
right?
we just hit to
So no. That's what it says, right?
Okay,
That's
sure.
what the guidance, that's what that says. So Damien, and I always gonna bring up Damien because he's the first one. He's the one he's my teaching kid.
I wish African parents had this feedback, bro.
Yeah.
They hit you with all they might, bro. Bro, your African parents is whipping you, bro. It felt like Mike Tyson round one, boy. He probably getting knocked out. Bro,
same thing in Latino culture. Same
the
thing.
chancla, the switches,
everything. Bro.
Oh my goodness,
bro! I got beat with an extension cord.
Me too, bro. You see the scar right here that I showed you?
Is that an extension cord?
Extension cord, bro. I've had multiple come to Jesus meetings.
Yeah. So my nephew's right here on the background.
Yeah.
Hey, how many times Grandma beat your butt?
A lot of times.
Huh? What she beat you with?
God.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like
high speed projectiles.
Yeah.
She threw a remote at your ass.
And she'll be like, and the crazy thing with Latinas, like grandmas and moms, bro, they get that chancla off, bro. Hey, let me tell you a story. Okay,
I'm listening.
So when this is my sister's story. This ain't mine. I was too young to know this. But my mom,
You had to find out?
Yeah, my mom told me about this.
You had to find out.
So my grandma
These are the best.
was at the house I'm currently living in right now. Okay, that's her house, right? And my sister got on her nerves or something. My grandma took off the chancla and she's like, if you do that one more time, I'm going to throw this at you. And my sister's like, okay, I'm sorry, whatever. And she goes and she does whatever. She annoys my grandma again. She takes off running, bro. She turns a corner on the house. There's a corner. When you go in my house, it's like the living room and then it turns into a hallway.
Okay.
And my grandma's on this other, like where I'm at right here, there's like a straight way and then a corner.
And then down the straight hallway.
Down the straight hallway. My grandma threw that chancla, bro, and my mom says, swear that chancla curved into that hallway,
That's
bro.
a homing missile, bro.
Homing missile with a chancla, bro. Whoosh! And it hit her right in the head, back of the head. Bop!
Dang.
Yeah.
That's that parenting for you.
That's some Mexican grandmas right there, bro. Some
dude.
abuelitas.
I tell you, bro, I love that story because I have a similar story.
Yeah.
I think I told you the story, but basically, the reason I got the scar on my arm, I wish I could show y'all. Can I even show? 4K 60. Let's see if I can show.
4K 60.
Yeah, there you go, right here. See the little scar right there? Yeah, it's that bruising right there. So, mom made rice and stew, African tradition rice and stew with the meat in the middle. Okay. Very nice. Okay. However, growing up from Africa to basically when you come from Cameroon to the U.S. or Africa to the U.S., America kind of makes you lazy and spoiled and ungrateful, which kind of I hate. But I like my stew with a little bit of thickness and the consistency, so I can mix it with the rice better. I'm sure all y'all do too. But this time, pause. But my mom made this one like very, very like watery. Okay. Which I didn't like it with my rice. I didn't want to eat it, but I served myself a big, like 2 scoops of rice and like 2 scoops of sauce because I knew it was going to be. And then I was like, there's still not enough. I'm not going to eat this, Mom. She was on her way out. She was like, you better eat this. I'm like, Mom, I'm not eating it. She came up to my ear. She was like, you better eat this. If I come back and you don't eat this, I'm going to beat you. Don't try me. I was like, I took a bite. I was like, hell nah. I threw it down the disposal. I didn't want to eat the chicken either because I was so mad.
Yeah.
Threw the chicken in there too. I went to go turn that thing on. It broke. I was like, it's fine, man. That thing's gone. I didn't know garbage disposals had the thing under the sink that holds it. I had no clue. I thought it just went. Like, you know how when you flush a toilet, it just goes? I didn't know back then, dog.
Oh, my
I had no idea.
goodness.
So now she comes home. They come to use the thing. They're like, it's not working. Fabrice, did you finish your food? Yes, Mom, I finished. It was good. Okay, so why's my machine broken? I was like, I don't know. She said, okay, I'm going to wait till your father gets home. My dad came home, he opened it, he pulled out the bowl. Well, they came and got my ass, dragged me to the living room. My mom was throwing lashes. That's what I'm talking about. We don't have feedback responses. That day, she was swinging with all her might.
Yeah.
Bro, I went to my room, turned off the light, started crying. I look at the bed. I'm like, that's blood. I am bleeding. I just went to war. Not even war. That's just, I got like, I don't even know. I don't even know what you call it.
Got beat down.
African beatings have trauma, but she came and apologized, of course, because, now that you're a dad, you understand. Like
I get it.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you get a little heated.
You get a little heated.
And you lied, blatantly lied. So I would be.
For sure.
Yeah, you did.
For sure. So that's why I'm trying to be honest now.
Yeah.
Good. So ever since then, that scar reminded me of being grateful.
Yeah.
The scar on my knee, the one that I tore my tendon with, is the scar of being careful.
Yeah.
It's a scar of carelessness. There you go. So I can be more careful.
You know what's crazy that I just realized with you saying that story? Every time I've ever got spanked by my mom, I was laughing. So I made it 10 times worse on myself.
You're a psychopath.
I'm a
and
psychopath.
Yes, you make it worse on yourself.
I do. And another thing too is like, I think that's my get out. That's my like getaway. Like if I'm feeling like pain or something, I just laugh. That's crazy.
Trauma, bro. Therapy?
Are we having a therapy session right
I think so, bro. It's very therapeutic.
Let's talk about this.
All right.
I'm just kidding. But anyway, going forward. So that's the secrecy part of it. Yeah. And then the other thing is like within.
Actually.
What?
You know what is therapeutic?
What is it?
HTO tea.
That's
best
right.
tea in the world. I love HTO. We're not drinking HTO today. However, my favorite tea to get from HTO is Tea to Go. Tea to Go?
Tea to Go,
so
HTO.
That's the other. I'm sorry, HTO. It's a bad sponsorship segment, but I promise y'all the best tea. They are sponsors for the show, by the way. Which is why
I'm cutting that one out.
You cutting that one out?
I got to cut that one out.
Dang, now I got to redo the show. Our sponsors for the show is HTO. And who is HTO, Daniel?
HTO is a franchise here in Texas. They got the best tea. It is so good. I get the wedding cake, a huge one between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock p.m. It is happy hour. You can get a huge one that's like this big for like $2.
$2. And I get the mango fresco. $2 también. And it goes extra hard. Extra hard.
It does.
On the rainy days.
Especially actually on these summer days where it's hot as heck.
Yeah, that's true too.
Man, I drink about 3 of them things a day.
Nah, see, you wildin', bro. I definitely do 1 or 2. 3?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, you don't go golfing. I go golfing.
That's true.
I gotta get one at the golf course.
That's true. I might give me a little. I get the mango fresco from HTO. I might put a little codeine up in that thing.
So they have one that, but they have one that has a shot of energy. I think it's called Turbo Citrus.
What?
It's pretty good too.
Okay.
Try it out.
One, I'll try it out. Y'all definitely should go to try it out too. HTO at your favorite location. They got one in Millen, Andrews,
And Odessa.
Yep. And a bunch of other cities. So hit up HTO, the place to go.
Let's go.
Our second sponsor for the show is CourseCareers.com. Course Careers is the place to go because, college can get very expensive, but do not fear. Course Careers is here. With CourseCareers.com, you can get a degree in digital sales, digital marketing, and information technology. And with those certificates, you're able to get into the same high-paying salary jobs that those degrees offer as well for half the time, or even like 80% less of the time that a degree does. And it's like, 80% of the price too? Super, super cheap. And if you use code FAB50, that's FAB 50, you get $50 off your course, your first initial course purchase. So go to CourseCareers.com and use code FAB50. Now
Sweet.
back to the show.
Yes, sir.
Listen, bro. I'm trying to get skinny swole.
Skinny swole.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a little hard for me right now.
Yeah.
And I've been on factor meals, bro.
Yep.
Which is great. But I think I'm gonna resort myself to 2 meals a day.
2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not bad. That's good, actually.
But I don't know how, it's gonna be less than 1,000 calories.
Oh, so you can starve yourself.
I tried the whole.
Just make sure you got enough fuel for your workouts.
I wake up. I'm a crackhead when I wake up. I don't drink coffee, none of that. I just go straight there and I'll go ham, which is good. But at the same time, I'm just tired because I tried the whole you're supposed to eat 100% or 300 calories just in your regular caloric intake and get 210 grams of protein, which I always do. But when you weigh 270 pounds, trying to get 270 grams of protein at a certain caloric intake is hard as hell.
Yeah.
Bro, I should be drinking 5 of these a day.
Yeah. On top of your food.
On top of my food. You know how much these cost for a pack of $32?
That's why I'm trying to tell you to cook. Just get a whole bunch of steak.
I might, but steak it don't got that much protein. This is
Get chicken in.
Put chicken in it?
Steak got a lot of protein.
Yeah, but not 42 grams.
Get lean steak.
I do get lean steak, but not 42 grams. It's
Check
got
it.
it's got 32.
Check it.
I'll check it.
Check it.
I'll check it.
Check it.
I might try a good chop.
Check it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get swole.
Trying to get super swole.
Mm.
And actually, we need to go to the golf course. We need to take Brandon with us and have him record.
When you trying to go?
Soon. ASAP.
Give me time.
ASAP.
All right. A-shappity shop.
ASAPity shop.
I made my second birdie. Hey, the cases come in. So I don't know if you guys know, I'm going to keep saying this. I hit my first ever birdie. I'm cold, first of all. You saw, so it had to be like a 10-yard putt.
Only 10?
Was it 10 or 15? How long was the putt I made?
It was almost, about 10.
About 10, right? That's what I'm saying. And then that hole, which was hole 3 at Andrews Country Club, it goes, it's on a slope, right? So the slope is this way. And so I had to go shoot up. So I shot it up and I overshot a little bit, but the slope broke it on a little damp surface too.
It was.
Boy, it broke it out.
Our golf course right now is flooded. So,
is it really?
Yeah. So I went and played a 4-man
Yesterday?
scramble last night. Shot absolutely awful.
No, you are garbage.
Oh, it was so bad. And it was a 4-man scramble. So I was like, you got, if y'all don't know how it works, 4-man scramble, you shoot the best shot of the group, right?
Okay.
So that's a drive, that's your second shot, either a chip on and then a putt.
Okay.
That's your shots. And with our course being flooded, the majority of our holes were par 3s. So you only got one shot and a putt. That was it.
That's tough.
We only had 2 holes that were you could drive. You could actually drive the ball. That's where that's my forte, is driving the ball. The 2 drives that I had, hooks. First one to the airport, which was hole number 3, straight to the airport. Boom. Well, guys, I guess you're not going to use that ball today.
Damn.
And then the next one was at par 5, the hole right after that. So hole number 4, same thing.
That's
Hooked
tough.
to the airport.
That's
So
tough.
I'm just you know what? And those were the only 2 drives I got all night. And then every iron that I hit was going, it wasn't even hooking. It was going straight left. The hole's over here, and the ball went
I think you just garbage stock.
I just need to go driving. I'm just done.
I just try to go to the garbage range.
And I had both of my kids. So Damien and Jonah both went with me last night. And I'm trying to teach them golf etiquette, right? Because
but you're garbage.
right. But I'm garbage. So I'm like trying to tell them. And then I'm like, but I suck. So
it's okay.
It doesn't matter, you know? So, but yesterday we were on a par 3, an actual par 3, not a fabricated par 3, but the par 3 we're on. Jonah hits the reverse button on my cart. And when he hits it, it's like, beep, right before this dude hit his ball, and he shanks it. and he was on my team, bro. He was on my team. So I'm like, hey, dude, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. And I went over there and I grabbed Jonah. I'm like, hey, dude, you can't, when they're hitting the ball, like, you have to be quiet. You can't be pushing buttons. Like, you got to be quiet. And then that guy's like, oh, man, I bring my kids out here all the time. Don't worry about it. But you could tell he was heated.
Yeah,
he was mad because he shanked his shot because that kid for somebody. And then right before they'd go hit or putt, they'd be like, Daddy. And I'm like, shh.
Oh, they asked.
And they're like, Daddy. Yeah.
It's even worse.
Yeah. To play with rocks.
Oh, man.
Like, just simple stuff. And I'm just like, go have fun. Like, we're at the golf course. Go play around in the sand. Go whatever. Like, go climb a tree. Like, I don't care what y'all do. Go have fun.
Climb a tree.
And the reason why I take them, partnership, teamwork, for those of married men out there that don't understand what it means to be a partner with your spouse. She needed a little break from the older two because they were fighting all day. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to go to the scramble anyways. So why don't I just take the two oldest and they can go with me. They can at least watch us, even though I was garbage. I was like, maybe they can learn, which they didn't because I was absolute garbage. But, they could have if I would have played a good game,
Okay.
So, yeah, teamwork makes the dream work, baby.
I keep telling you, I want a child, but not right now. But
they're a lot.
I'm super excited to just raise the little nugget. Now, here's the thing. Here's the problem. If my child is anything like me, that's a problem. That's a right hook, left hook, uppercut every day. Yeah. I think about that all the time. Like, how does my dad feel raising me? I
was going to ask you this before we went on a commercial break.
Sure.
So before I had kids, right? Mm-hmm. Before I had kids, I was like, man, if they do something wrong, I'm going to whoop their butt, right? Like, I'm the man. Mm-hmm. I had like pretty much the same mentality you were just about to speak about, like right hook, left hook, whatever. Yeah. First time I ever spanked my kid, first time, I cried.
Did you really?
For like 2 hours.
What? Why?
Because, bro, like it hurts, it hurts to discipline your offspring. I'm just gonna go off and say that, like when you're angry, it's one thing. But like after you do the deed, after you spank, and they're bawling their eyes out, and they're like, because Damien's a very vocal
individual. Yeah,
he's very vocal, and when he's in his feelings, he's gonna let you know what he's feeling. Mm-hmm. So like I spanked him, he's like, "Dad, do you not love me?" Like, bro,
bro, I'm crying. I don't care,
bro.
I don't care.
And I couldn't even say nothing. I walked out. I shut his door. Walked to my bedroom, bawling. And like Kelsey's like, "Are you sure? Are you sure you can do this?" I'm like, "I can do this. Just let me get this one out of the way.
Let me get some practice.
Let me get some practice." I'm all crying. Oh God dang it, man! It's like, you know what he just told me? She's like, "What?" I was like, "He said I didn't love him, man." Like,
bro, I'd be tearing out. I'd be tearing out like a mug, bro.
And that's my boy. Man. Which now, I mean, he knows. Like he knows it's from discipline. Like he knows because he screwed up, right? Mm-hmm. But that first one, like I was like, you just need to, and I was telling my wife, like, you just need to spank him. Just go take him to the room, put their hands on the deal, and just smack him. That's it. Just be done with it. And that was the first spanking I ever gave him. It was just my hand, and it was not even hard. Like, it was just a little baby spank, like just a little smack. And, it was the act of doing it that made him emotional. It wasn't the pain. It was the act of me spanking his butt. Yeah. And whenever he told me that, man, and I couldn't say anything in that moment because I would have broke down and then the discipline would have been out the window.
Yeah. My daddy's a wuss.
Yeah. I spanked him and he told me that, and I just like looked at him, and he can see my eyes watering, and I just closed the door, walked to the room, and I was
I would have cried too, bro. It's okay. You don't feel bad.
It was hard.
Nah, don't worry. I don't think I cry. It depends on what if my kid said that, probably.
Probably.
My
I'm
kids said
just saying
that,
it
I'm
was.
crying.
I'm not an emotional person by any means. Like
Yeah.
it's really hard to catch me crying like ever. But that moment, I was
crazy.
bawling. And then even after I got him out and I gave him a hug and, you know, I told him why I did what I did and told him that he doesn't need to do this. And we talked about it for a second and he said, okay, Daddy, okay, I love you, Daddy. And I said, I love you too, son. Just know that we don't do that. And if you do that, you're going to get a spanking. So don't do that again. You know, you just got to reiterate why. Oh, man. But it was, whew. Talk about emotions. That's emotional.
I'll tell you what will be emotional for me. I guarantee I'm going to have a daughter. My very first one's going to be a daughter.
Okay.
I might even mess around and get all girls.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. I feel like the lessons life God has to teach me this will be from having a daughter.
From a girl?
Yeah. From having my girl. Because I already understand the boy part. I can't have a son because I've already learned the lesson from having a son from talking to my dad.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So mine's going to be a daughter
We'll see.
because all my girl experiences.
We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see. Who knows? But
We'll see what happens.
if my daughter said that, I'm out. I'm going to meet God.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, I'm a daddy's girl, bro. I'm a mama's boy. That's what
Mama's boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Daddy's girl.
I'll be a daddy's girl.
Bree said, I'm a
I'm a
daddy's
daddy's
girl.
girl. Hey, yo, pause. Delete.
Turn. Okay.
But yeah.
I just want to tell you how emotional it is to have a girl. So I just had my first daughter, right?
Out of the
3
fourth one.
boys, 1 girl.
Congrats.
This is my baby.
Still.
When she cries, like even if she's hungry or she needs to be changed, whatever, when she cries, like every hair on my body stands up.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
It's like a
With
natural.
my boys, it didn't work that way. Like when they cried, I would be attentive, but I wasn't like,
Oh, I'll be all right.
yeah, they'll be okay. They're fine. They're boys. When she cries, like everything raises up, and I'm like, what did y'all do to her? Like that's my always first reaction is my other 3 kids. I'm like, what did y'all do? And then Kelsey would come out and she's like, oh, she's just probably hungry or something. But it's like, and Kelsey's like the chill one. She was not chill with the boys, but she's chill with the girl. And I'm complete opposite. I'm like so protective for her. Yeah.
Well, because
So
girls
weird.
grow up typically and have more beef with their moms than with dads.
Do they?
You know, well, when a dad
Oh,
is
no, I'm not
present,
girl.
when a dad is present, well, for what I know, when a dad is present, you know, the girls are pretty much always daddy's girl.
Woo.
When the dad is not present, women have daddy issues. But typically on the, but that's true. That's very true.
What happens to women with daddy issues?
They pretty much long story. I don't want to get into it all like that, but they long story short seek more attention and validation from men.
Men. Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
So, I don't know. That's just a kid thing, I guess. I don't know. That's crazy though. Think about all that. Think about all of that put into like a perspective of that. All of this whole podcast session coming from one person's life, and how much that means. And it's so crazy. So, we actually, me and one of the guys that had passed away, Shiloh, we had a conversation not too long ago. Me and my sister were out at one of the parks, the volleyball parks, and we were all playing volleyball. Me, my sister, Shiloh, and her husband, and my nephews. Like we're all out there having we call it Sunday Fun Day. It was a Sunday,
Okay.
and I had just got out of church. Whatever, went over there. Of course, they were drinking. They were having a good time. They were partying, and I had Damien and Jonah with me, and we get into a deep conversation.
With Shiloh?
Yes, well, with Shiloh and my sister, because they both love to drink.
Gotcha.
They love to party. I wouldn't say drink; they love to party. So we have this deep conversation, and they're asking me, how do you not, like, why are you able to come here and not drink, right? They're like, we have beer here, it's in the cooler, and you're drinking a Capri Sun. Like, how are you able
Yeah,
to...
my boy.
You know what I mean? Like,
My
how are
boy.
you able to contain yourself from drinking?
Yeah.
Basically was a question that Shiloh had asked me. And I looked at, like, Jonah and Damien were playing in the sand, in the volleyball sand, and I'm like,
Because of them.
because of them. Like, I'm so mature now because of them. Like, the old me, and I grew up with Shiloh and my sister, and that's what we used to do. back when I was young, 20, about your age.
Mm-hmm.
We used to party hard. We used to like go to swim parties, and Sunday fun days were very Sunday fun days.
Sunday fun days.
Yeah, so it used to be lit, and we had deep conversation, and basically it turned into that. And this is like an AA meeting thing, not really, but it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you don't know you have an issue until you speak about having an issue.
Yep.
And if you don't believe you have an issue, then you probably don't have an issue. But you know, if you have to have alcohol for any reason, to, like, let's say at a person's birthday party, right? Kid's birthday party. Yeah. Anybody's birthday party. If you have to drink at a birthday party, you might have an alcohol issue.
That's
right?
true. That's very true.
If you have to drink when you go play a sport, like let's say golf, if you have to drink a beer to golf, you probably don't have a golf issue. You have an alcohol issue, right? And that's kind of the situation we were talking about. And I was like, if you believe, do you believe you have an alcohol issue? And my sister and him both said, yeah, we think we're, alcoholics.
Yeah.
And, I talked to them and I was like, well, why don't you just seek help? Like it's real simple to just, reach out.
You're being honest.
Just being completely, and that's me. I'm an honest person, and if you hate me for it or love me for it, that's just who I am. Yeah. That's who I'm built.
But you're not taking a step back because you did your best you could being honest.
And and I tell my sister this too all the time. Well, not all the time. Every time we get to have a sentimental conversation, I always tell her, like, if you could just go to whether it's a rehab or an AA class or whatever, and really just talk about why you have to have alcohol at every event that we go to. It would really change your trajectory on life.
100%.
Because that's not what life's about, is just getting drunk and partying all the time.
It's about the why. Why are you doing it?
Why are you doing it?
That's so funny.
Exactly.
That's so crazy you say that. So I actually, as of last week, like exactly what's today? Friday? As of Monday, so this week, I'm diving into bourbon sipping. Bourbon and cognac. So not every day or every other day at all either, but I'll take a glass of I'm trying to get into, like, basically at those tables, in business being at those tables, most people like know exactly what to order. Like, being around you, I know exactly what you order. I have no idea what drinks and alcohol are, like what to order and stuff. So I'm trying to like learn. So when I started off with Crown Apple. I had a bottle of Crown Apple for the past year pretty much that I've just been sipping throughout the year. Monday I bought Woodford Reserve. Is that what it's called? Pretty sure that's what it's called. Woodford Reserve. Trying that one. It's dark, strong, and I'll either sip it with the ice cube or I'll make a old tradition. What's it called? Old fashioned.
Old fashioned out
of it.
Just with the big cube.
Big cube, and then I'll put oak chips or pecan. And I'll burn it. But
a smoked.
Smoked old fashioned. So I'm just trying to learn those, right? Yeah. And I was thinking, because like when you drink a bourbon, you get so calm, bro.
Yes.
It chills you out.
Yep.
And I see why people would get into alcohol. Mind you, I've never done drugs, not an alcoholic. I'm pretty rational, calm. But I see why people do it, because it does calm everything.
And just for perspective, hopefully you keep watching this video. I'm not saying that drinking alcohol is like Satan. You should never, ever do it, right? Because in the Bible, God, one of Jesus' first miracles was turning a bunch of water into wine. Yeah. That was one of his very first miracles. And it was for one of his buddies, weddings, and they were having fun. They were having a blast, right?
He turned some nuts to bread too, right?
Yeah. But this specifically talking about alcohol, like he turned water into wine. So it's like, it's not like, alcohol is not going to like it. It's the overconsumption and having to have it at every event and everything that you do in life. That's when it turns into an issue. When you put alcohol above your family, when you put alcohol above your job, when you put alcohol above God, Jesus, when you put alcohol above anything other than, anything, like if you put alcohol above anything, you might need help, right? True. And a lot of people don't talk about alcohol like if it's not an issue. It's a huge issue, man. There are so many people just in my direct line family. I can name 10 just in my family alone that I can like name off. Boom, 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 that are alcoholics. right?
Tough.
And thank God it's not like huge hardcore drugs. You know, thank God they're not meth addicts or cocaine addicts or any of these kind of addicts. But alcohol is still an addict. It's still an addiction, and it still ruins families, and it still can kill people, right? And people, I feel like in the U.S., it's just kind of swept under the rug. Like it's not a big deal.
Well, it's glorified.
It is.
In the U.S.
Highly glorified.
I think, well, alcohol and football are glorified, but
Yeah.
after God, it's either alcohol or football. So,
But that's, I mean, like if you think about it, at every event, right?
There's alcohol.
Every event.
Every event.
No matter what.
It doesn't matter what it is.
No matter what.
Quinceañera. Oh, he just turned 16.
We getting turned
There
up,
you
homie.
go. Quinceañera.
King says Sweet 16,
Sweet 16.
birthday parties,
Come
golf events,
on.
sporting events, any
You
events.
just graduated. Drink full.
And even like my realtor events, like even when I have like broker
You
open
just
houses.
bought a house.
Oh, here's some wine. You know, like seriously, think about it.
When people pass away, what do? You pour liquor for them.
You pull liquor for them. You give them a drink. You know, that's their that's the final drink. And a lot of people like to take that, or from what I've heard, I mean, and I've done this too, like my sorrows, right? Like when I was in college, I had a real difficult time, or not difficult time. I had a real difficult, like, understanding of being away from family.
Okay.
It was so it was a very confusing time for me because when I went to college, the first time I ever left family, went solo, like did something on my own. First time ever. I've always had family around me. If I went to like San Angelo, I had family in San Angelo. If I went somewhere else, I had family everywhere I went. I had someone that I could reach out to, right? When I went to college, none.
Gone.
And gone. And they were 3.5 hours away, or close to 3 hours, whatever. But like they were a phone call away, but I couldn't be there with them, right?
Yeah.
And when I was 18, went to college, or actually I was 17. Yeah, I turned 18 my freshman year. But when I got over there, I was like kind of depressed because like I didn't have my family with. Like I had my bros, but it's not family.
Because you're a family individual.
I'm very family individual. So like whenever I was there, to kind of drown my sorrows or to drown my thoughts of like not being with family, I would drink. And now that we're talking about this, hey, therapy, that's really what I would do. Like while I was in college, I would like be drinking and be like, I wouldn't think about it. I'm thinking about it now, but like at the time it was
Afterthought.
because I was missing my family. That's what it was.
Therapy.
I was trying to numb it.
Damn, son.
That's crazy.
I'm 23, so I'm taking this all in, but I don't know, man.
Yeah. And I'm not talking about little drinks, bro. When I was in college, I would
bro,
get
come on now.
turned.
I went to tech.
Yeah.
I mean, the
It
good
was-
stuff.
It was
The
crazy.
good
We had
stuff,
some
man.
crazy nights. And
I didn't know.
yeah.
I didn't know rum has so many different variations. My favorite's coconut.
Rum?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I found this out at tech. I love coconut rum. Probably the
Parrot
best.
Bay.
No,
my
we're
goodness.
not alcoholics. We just have a podcast.
And like right now, we don't, I don't know about you. I can't speak for you, but
Okay,
for me, you know, I still drink occasionally.
Me too.
You know, when we do have events or, you know, something, I might have a drink or two, but I never splurge. I know my limit.
Yeah.
If I know that, and I don't drink beer at all ever anymore. I'm to the age right now where I drink beer and it like gives me heartburn. Like
I hear you.
I don't know if that's age or if that's just my body saying don't do it. Like I don't know what it is, but I can't drink beer anymore. I'm not a beer drinker. I'm a liquor drinker. If I drink anything, it's liquor or what's that stuff in? It's not wine. It's a champagne, like Chardonnay.
No, I'm a liquor guy. Okay. The first time I blacked out and threw up, I remember this, okay? But it wasn't because of the alcohol.
What was it?
It was a party in Lubbock, and basically there was cooking stuff, right? But they went and got all the, what's it called? The refrigerated foods, you know, like when you get stuff from like, that's already packaged in, but it's in fridges at Costco's and stuff.
Oh, like factory
Yeah, not factory, no. Like, basically what it was like,
meal prep.
you know, when like frozen foods.
Oh, frozen meals.
Yeah, frozen meals.
You
Like
just stick in the microwave.
Yeah, or oven or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Like
like frozen
swans.
wings, churros. That's what it was.
Churros, okay.
It was churros. So a bunch of churros sitting there and like frozen wings and cakes and stuff. I came late, so everybody took everything except for the churros. I'm like, damn, y'all ain't eating none of that, bro. I'm about to fuck this up. Mind you, all my friends was like drinks, so I had like a bottle of a cup of Coke and Chivas, Coke and tequila, not tequila, it was something else. Just a bunch of strong stuff. I was down and down and down. I was drunk. And then the cops pulled up at the event. So I had to act. I was like, cool, I gotta be cool. And mind you, if it's anybody that can play off being drunk as me, I'm cool as hell.
Yeah.
All right. Because I'm a super lightweight. You know this. Super lightweight. I can't even help it. So I played it off cool. On my way out, I grabbed like 2 churros. I chopped down in the parking lot. Me and my boys are chilling. Yeah. You gonna make it home safe? Nah. But I'm gonna try to make it home safe. Went down them churros down. I don't even know how I made it home safe. I get to my door, bro. I'm like, cool. Where my bed at? I'm ready to go. Boom. I lay down. I'm like, I'm about to meet Jesus. My stomach goes, brrr. I'm like, hold up. Hold up. What's happening, bro? I'm like, man, I gotta go to the bath. Blah, blah, blah. Everywhere. My computer, my bed, my dresser, all the way up to the bathroom door. When I tell you, Daniel, I sat in the tub like this.
Fetal position.
Just looking down like this, letting the water hit my bed. You know those sad, depressing like movies, or you got bullied at school. No, it wasn't no violent. It was just sound of just water hitting my back, just crickets.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
No, yeah, it was my old friend. It was bad, bro. And that was the first time. The second time I went to Lubbock to visit my friend, this was last August, I think, December. Just to visit my friends on some friends, just fun stuff. What's up, boys? Here I come back to hard. Yeah, I got the Grey Goose. What's happening? I got the big bottle, $250. Go ahead, no happening. So as I pull up, drink. I'm on an empty stomach all day. Headache because I drove from Midland to Lubbock. I was staying the night at my brother's house. This story hasn't even gone out yet. Spent the night at my brother's house.
Exclusive.
This time I'm smarter because I know when my stomach's doing that noise, I gotta go
eat some.
Eat some. So I was smart. I was like, I'm drunk. My stomach's hurting. I'm probably gonna throw up sometime tonight. I want to throw up now, but on the way there, on my way to my house, my brother's place, that's why I was staying at his room. I'm going to go to Market Street and grab a sandwich. Yeah. Like, all right, cool. I'll grab a sandwich. Grab a sandwich. I go to his room. I turn on his TV, about to watch a movie. He's at a hotel because they're about to play the next day. Yeah. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna eat this sandwich. I go to take a bite. I'm like, I got throw up. I'm not gonna mess up this taste. I'm gonna close my sandwich up. I close it nicely. I put it to the side. Went to the bathroom and I sat by the toilet for 30 minutes straight. Let it all out. And it was very calm, very peaceful, calm. Yeah. Once I got cool, brushed my teeth like 10 times. When I ate my sandwich, went to bed. Very calm. Here's what I found out. My brother's roommate, who was a quarterback for Tech last season, his mom was also there. I didn't know. She had heard me. She was like, I heard something about you. You was okay last night. I said, yeah, no, just the bubble guts. My stomach is rowdy. They didn't want to tell her I was throwing up from alcoholism. She gonna tell my mother. If she tell my mother, I'm going to meet Jesus. Yeah. So that was that story. But after that, I went and watched the game. Went home. I was cool.
There you go.
Yeah. But that's it. And then the other time we got drunk was when we had that party with that one construction company.
Oh.
Yeah. Why would you tell? Oh, yeah, I guess so. But yes.
That's not. What are you talking about? I wouldn't say this.
It's that one construction company.
The Q company.
Yeah, Q company.
What is it?
I can't even.
QCH. We'll just say QCH.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. It's them.
QC. It was QCH. And it was a great time.
It was a great time.
And
it was wild. I found out a lot of things that I shouldn't have found out about y'all.
Hey, that was awesome though.
Yeah. But now we're family because of it.
That event though, we got to do another event. That was a block party. We actually had a block party. We closed down a block party, and then we had like inflatables. We had people. We had like a 6-person open house.
Heck yeah, it was sick.
Snow cones.
It was lit.
It was. I got to do that again this summer.
Are you down?
I got to figure that out. Yeah.
Are you down?
I'm down.
I'm in a commercial for it.
100%.
Say less.
100%.
Say less.
Yeah, but I mean, those stories, that's cool. That's,
You got to have a few of them.
oh, I have way too many.
I don't think it's a good thing.
Way too many. Yeah.
You laughing over there, you know you had some?
So it's not a good thing, but it's so funny that person is this person today. That's what's crazy is like,
I'm dead.
yeah. So like,
It's okay, Daniel. It's okay.
I can tell you, do you know what Crude Fest is?
Crude Fest?
Crude Fest.
What's that?
Okay, it's a country music festival. I don't know if they're still having it now or not, but it used to be a country music festival off of I-20. And it's basically a bunch of cowboys or a bunch of people that love country music would go out there, and they had vendors, they had food vendors, they had alcohol, that like you can park your truck, you can camp out. Like it's just a huge music festival, and like it's just a huge music country festival is what it is. Texas country music goes out there, right?
Yeah.
So one point in time in my life, I was in a Texas country music band, and I played the bass for them. Okay, called the running. I think it was
true.
Very true. It's called I think it was called the Running Iron Man Band or something.
Okay.
I can't remember, but I played the bass for them. Me and a couple buddies, and we go out to Crude Fest, and I'm with one of my other black best friends called Debo. And he had barely bought this truck. Like he's so happy, excited. So he took us all in his truck. We all get out there, and I have a buddy. I'm gonna say his name because he's awesome. I have a buddy named Tanner, and I call him Hookshot. That's a whole nother story in itself.
I don't want to hear that story.
But anyway,
Sure.
So Tanner is with us, and we're all having a great time. We're at Crude Fest music festival. We're getting wasted, anyway. That the party's over, concert's over, right? We're walking back to the truck, and we have to stay in the truck. We're all too drunk to drive, so there's two of us. So someone's in the front, the back, two people in the very back, and then the back seats. So there's four people inside the cab, and then there's supposed to be three people in the bed of the truck, right? So we crash out, wake up in the next morning, and Tanner is nowhere to be found. And this is at, I don't know, probably 9, 10 in the morning. And the party stopped around 2 a.m. So we're freaking out. Where is our buddy Tanner, right? We're like, what the heck happened to Tanner? So we're calling all of our friends like, hey, do you have Tanner? Do you have Tanner? We're walking through this whole parking lot. And this is like a 15-acre or bigger, 25-acre like lot. It's huge. If you don't know how big and 1 acre is, like 25 acres is a lot of area to look for. So like we're walking up and down the aisles in the park, the rows, looking in the back of trucks. Like maybe he got drunk, just got in the truck, whatever. Can't find this guy. Gone. So like at this point, we're calling the police department. We're like, hey, do you have a Tanner in custody right now? No. Do you have a Tanner? We called Midland PD. We called Odessa PD. We called, anywhere that was close by in case he got public intoxication or something, right?
Sure.
No, nobody had him. So now we're like, we're in like crunch time. We're like, do we need to call his parents?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we're like, oh snap. So anyway, so we're like, where else could he be? So we start like looking like literally inside of the bed of trucks. So we're like, maybe he just jumped in somebody's truck. Keep looking. Couldn't find it. So I have another buddy, the lead singer of that band. He's like, hey, I found him. We're like, what? Where's he at? He's at the Easy Mart on Wall Street. What? Yeah, he's at the Easy Mart. He called me from payphone. Let's go get him. And we're like, what? Like, what?
Okay.
What? Okay. So they end up going getting him. And then, like, Tanner, what happened? Like, he doesn't, I don't know. So he was in this, I think it's like a slug. You know what slug bugs, or not slug bugs, station wagons are? Station wagon is this old school, long car that has a back to it where you can open the back and it's got like a bed, but it's a car.
Yeah.
It looks
okay. Station wagon.
Station wagon. Yeah. So he's at Easy Mart. He's like hungover. He's like, bro, I feel like death. And that's just what he tells. He's like, oh, he's a super tall, super skinny white boy, like country as crap, redhead, like crazy.
I hear it.
So
His
he's
name
like
is Tanner, right?
Tanner.
Well,
Tanker, hook shot. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, so we get there. He's like, yeah, I don't know how I'm here. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. We're like, bro, do you remember, like, you're and he's still hungover. So we're like, talk to us because your phone's gone, your wallet's gone. Like, we need to go try to find this stuff, right? He's like, well, kind of woke up in the alley back there, and we're like, are you good? Did you get raped? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know. So anyway, so we go in this alley, and he was like, I was asleep in that, and it's a station wagon.
Uh-huh.
We're like, go look in there and see if your wallet and keys and stuff are in there. So he goes in there, and he's like, yep, here's my wallet. Here's my keys. He found everything. And we're like, Tanner. I was like, and these people, like, to this day, we don't know who station wagon that was.
Yeah.
But Tanner, that night, walked to these people's car, whoever these people are, got in the back of that station wagon, crashed out. Those people left, went to their apartment, which was on Wall Street, which, if you don't know where Wall Street is in Midland, it's not the best area.
It's not the best area in the world.
But ends up over there, right, in this station wagon. These people must have not even noticed that this man was in the back of his car. And this is out in the middle of a 25-acre pasture. So, I mean, they were hitting bumps. Like, it's dirt.
He was slumped.
Gone. But yeah, so that's the Tanner.
Wild.
That's the Tanner hook shot story right there. Yeah, it got wild, and yeah, that was just nuts. That was bananas.
I don't think I want to do anything like that or have any stories like that. I think
I don't
I'm good
wanna
where I'm at in life.
You're good where you're at.
I'm doing
But
great.
it is also good to, like, have fun every once in a while.
Yeah.
Not like go crazy, but like have fun every once in a while. So the other day, me and Kelsey, I think I told you this story. This past Saturday,
I went to the club.
yeah, we kind of kind of. But we went to Fuego West. Shout out
To Fuego. Ta Tanya.
And that was the Lakers' third game. They lost. But that was their third game. And then, actually, I really want to talk about this. Brandon, how much time do we got? Where are we at? Okay. So I want to talk about this real quick because, oh my gosh, this pissed me off so bad. Lomachenko, okay, this is boxer. He's a boxer.
Yes.
And he fought the new, I can't even remember the guy's name.
Yeah, black dude.
That fight, like, people, you can controversy me
you
all
told me
day long.
this.
I
You
don't
called me
care.
heated about
Lomachenko won that fight. I don't care who you are. You can argue with me. You can talk crap about me. I don't care. Leave it in the comments. Lomachenko won. He was robbed.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
That was it. So I'm going to tell you. So we were over there. We're drinking a little bit. I met this dude from Florida, right? In Midland, Permian Basin. If you don't know where Odessa, Midland is, we are like on the corner of Texas. Like, if you look at Texas at the backward L into New Mexico, we're at the very corner of that L.
Like the corner.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. And this dude is from Florida. He's here for the oil field. He's a young dude. He's about your age, 25, 26, I think. I think his name's Ricky. I can't remember. But anyway, I'm a social butterfly. So I like talk to everybody. And this dude, he's like beside me. He's like talking. He's like, what's up? And what's up? He buys me and my wife drinks. Kelsey's sitting on this side. This other dude on her right, it's like this oil field owner. And he's buying us drinks because I'm just talking. You know, I just network and I just talk. We weren't even turned up yet. You know, they were just buying us drinks. And anyway, this boxing match comes on. And when I start drinking, I get what is the word? Very confident.
Yeah.
Arrogant.
Prideful.
Prideful. Yeah. Like, I start getting the
Henny.
Yeah, I start getting very, very, like, I know this man's going to win, right? So Lomachenko's fighting, and I have only $20 in my pocket. I'm like, hey, $20. Boom. $20 to anybody that, you know, says that Lomachenko's going to lose this fight. So I put $20 down. The dude on my right puts $20 down. Some random dude behind us just hears me because I'm loud. Comes up and he's like, I'll cash app you 20 if Lomachenko wins. I think this other guy's going to win. I was like, all right, cool. So go to round 10, okay? 10. We're not even to 12. It's 12 rounds. The 10th round, after the 10th round is over, this man behind me, he pays me $20 in cash app, right? This dude gives me his 20 cash. He gives it to me. They knew that Lomachenko won. They knew it, right?
It was guaranteed at this point.
Guaranteed at this point because there's already the 10th round going into the 11th round. They're like, yeah, Lomachenko won, right? And what did the judges do? Unanimous decision. This other dude. I'm like, man, everybody in his bar knew that man won. Everybody knew this.
You got robbed, B.
He got robbed, B.
You got robbed, B.
Yeah, that's
crazy. That's crazy, yo.
But I was heated.
You know how tight I would have been? That's my bread. That's my dough.
Yeah. No, I gave them their money back. Like, it's not a big deal, but
that's a big deal
still,
for me.
I was like, what?
I ain't gonna lie, yo. You ain't seen. I'm running out with their cash. I don't care.
You don't what?
I'm running out with their cash. I don't care.
Okay, so what had happened was this is the truth. So this is the truth. I was trying to tell a little white lie. So this is the truth. The dude with the Cash App, I gave him his money back, and I was supposed to pay him 20, but I only gave him 20 because I had already at that point in time just forgot what I was doing. Mm-hmm. So I was like, all right, bro, I'll give you your money back. But I was supposed to pay him 20. I didn't pay him 20. My bad. Sorry. If you're out there, you need 20, I'll get you 20.
My bad.
The other dude that was the owner, business owner, he left before the fight was over. So he just gave me $20, and he bought my drink, me and my wife's drink.
He'll take that.
I'll take that all day.
And he bought Shorty drink. That's it. That's all you need.
But it was fun, dude. It was so much fun. Like it's
let's go next time, dude.
It was fun, but at the same time, like the next day, I had BG bubble guts, the BGs. I call them the BGs. I had BGs for about 4 hours the next day. Tough. I was just sitting on the toilet.
Yeah, you a weak dog.
I'm weak.
You weak, bro.
I'm old. I don't do that no more. There's a reason.
See, I'm still in the game.
Yeah.
I don't have bubble guts often, bro.
You don't?
Nah.
That's because you're 7 foot tall.
Well, true, but I drink milk 24/7. Like, look, that's milk right there, and you know
that ain't good for you. Milk's not good for you.
What are you talking about? The calcium. That's why I'm tall, because of the milk. You know why I'm so tall? I'll tell you why. Okay. It's gonna sound crazy. Okay?
In Africa, you drink straight from the nipple.
That's. You remember back in episode 2 when you were like, I'm going to move to the motherland. You did this, and then you followed this motion with, where do I go in Africa where there's lions and shit? I was like, bruh, there are no lions and
There's
stuff.
cows, though.
Yeah, but why would I go to the nip? Anyway, moving on, whatever. Regardless.
Pause.
In growing up in Africa, when we had milk and stuff, with cereal and stuff, we actually put it in the microwave. We had hot milk. I know, sounds crazy. My entire lifehood, I was like that until I came to the States, and I was like, y'all are weird.
Yeah.
Y'all are weird for having cold milk. Then I tried it. Bussin'. So I came to the States in 2009, and from 2009, 010, 11, 12.
Did you say 010?
I said 2009, 10. Did I say 010?
I think you said 010.
Yeah, 2010. Whatever, 2010, 2010, 010. Whatever, anyway.
Okay.
I had milk every day. I had milk twice a day.
Get that man some milk.
Like twice a day. Because, y'all, bro, in Africa, all we had was Cocoa Puffs. Bro, y'all got Lucky Charms. Y'all got Frosted Flakes.
Bro, we even got
we have Frosted Flakes.
We got the cheap brand of the good brand.
And the cheap brand is actually better
than the good brand.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So y'all had what's the one that's like, it's like golden in the middle. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's like golden. It's like is it Honey Puffs? No, it's not Honey Puffs. It's like golden. Looks like a peanut, like a bean, and it's golden and it's sweet.
Honeycomb.
Not honeycomb. That's a comb. But it's honey something.
I don't know.
It's an off brand, but it's fire. You probably know what I'm talking about. But like, I had milk twice a day, every day. So my bones. That's why I grew so much.
This man some milk. Okay.
I don't know what to say to that.
No.
I don't know what to say. I
want to tell you real quick,
sure,
because we're getting close to the end of this. To those out there, so I've heard two different things about milk, right?
Sure.
So one thing, so like you're telling me that milk's really good for you and it help you grow.
Yeah.
I've heard on the other flip side of that, that milk is designed for cows that turn into 2-ton animals.
Where'd you hear that from?
I mean, that's what milk is. It's dairy.
Right.
They're for calves. They're for baby cows that turn into
big cows,
huge 1-ton, 2-ton
sure
things. So I've heard both sides. I've heard like your side, they say dairy is awesome, and I've heard a flip side that says dairy is awful, and that it's really bad for your not just it's really high on calcium, but it's really bad for like your digestive.
Okay.
So I want to leave it out there for people in the comments and chats, or like if they make this into a reel, I want to know: do you think milk is good or bad for you? Should you should you drink it? Should you give it to your kids, or should you not? And you should go to almond milk or coconut milk. I really
I drink
know
almond now, but look how I turned out with the regular milk. So
yeah, and I'm short, but I also drank milk all the way up until here just recently, like a couple years back.
that's wild.
I quit drinking.
You didn't get back on milk.
I'm not drinking milk.
It might fix some T-Rex.
Bro, I got it's not. It's not. But anyway, so
Yeah.
that's a big question of mine. I really don't know. I'd really like for people to tell me. I would like to know everyone's kind of opinion on it, but
Boy, that 2%, I'm on that.
you don't like whole?
I don't mind whole. 2% is just nicer.
That's because you a 2%er?
Top G, yeah.
Top 2%?
Yeah, top 2%.
Top 2%?
Mm.
You know what I heard yesterday?
What did you hear yesterday?
Pretty crazy statistic. Worldwide, the 1% money earner in the world, right? Not US, world. Top 1% producer money wise in the world, or top average 1%, $32,000 a year. Wild.
Oh, like money earners?
Yes.
Yeah, when you factor in the rest of the
rest of the world. If you put world in
Yeah.
a big spectrum, the top 1% of wealthy people
You want to talk about
average 32,000.
how far America is? There's your stat right there. That's just America.
It's just America.
But it also
and
goes-
that in America, that is very
Very
poor.
poor.
Yeah.
But it also goes to show you just how unhappy America is.
Yes,
Because the rest of the world lives on $32,000 a year.
exactly. Or how expensive America is. Yeah. But I'm also, before we end this episode, I'm starting my very first flip June 1st, which is next Thursday. I'm going to have that documented. It's going to be live. That's going to be on a different YouTube channel with my real estate stuff. So I can't wait to do that so I can show everyone out there kind of how my pros and cons, struggles, ideas of doing a flip is.
Yeah.
I really want
That's so funny you say that.
that's been a vision of mine. Like I've been wanting to do that because I want the next generation to know the struggle. Like flipping, everyone like wants to say like, oh, flip a house, you're gonna make some money. Like it is difficult.
it's way
and I
harder
want
than
people to like understand how
Here's how
difficult
crazy
it
your
is.
timing is. I'm actually shooting a video about my real estate flip today.
Oh yeah.
About the whole experience.
Oh, did you record it all?
Like I'm recording it today. Like I was a plan
Yeah.
for it. That's why I can't hang out afterwards. I'm
Nice.
doing that. My house was on the market for less than 24 hours. So
And sold.
gone.
Yeah. And flips, I mean, it's really advantageous to do it, but the process, like how long did it take you to do that flip?
It took me
From
a
start?
year and
About
some
a year.
change. Yeah.
Okay. And that's another thing too, is like people try to make it to where they think it's longer.
Longer.
But,
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's coming up. But just want to let you know, the older generation, my generation, and the next generation coming up, you too can become a game changer. Thank you guys.